Okay, so we're gonna watch some Polish league now, and it's Jastrzebski versus Belchatow. Okay, so Jastrzebski has some players like Fornal. Fornal is one of my favorite players in the world right now. Lukic, I think he's the right side for them. I could be wrong. Tony Udi, he's the backup French setter. Phenomenal player though. And then on Belchatow, yeah, we got another Lukic. We got lots of Lukiches. I think that's a Polish name. Um, but I don't know any of these guys' names straight up, but I might see someone that I recognize, so we'll see. But yeah, Jastrzebski loses this game, which I'm surprised about because Fornal is a beast. But hey, stuff happens. I'm not sure who Belchatow has, but we'll find out. I don't like the angle. I like kind of looking a little bit from above on this, so you can just see the floor a little bit better. Like for example, this guy's kind of hiding back there. I can barely see him. But I think someone went in the net there, maybe not. But hey, it's not the worst angle though. Like at least it's not. I'd rather have this than straight from above or watching from like the spectator's view. I like this view so much better because again, you can see the court way better. Like right here, I can't see this guy back here because of the angle. But like that's part of why this run here over the top is as effective as it is, you know? So yeah, hey, stuff happens. Okay, good deal. Bang. It's a good run. And it's a quick one too. And I like how quick he sets this out of his hands, gets it off quick, and allows his middle to beat the block with speed. Going back here. I don't think this middle didn't close phenomenally. This outside, it's not like he went too far. But like this is almost just like a solo block. You can kind of treat it as a solo block because that middle just didn't close and you left a big old gap. So if you swing in the gap, you're gonna score. But it's not like a trustworthy swing though. Like you don't want to trust that swing constantly. Um, Jastrzebski is a team that's going to do this a lot. Like the Japanese national team does this as well. Has this setter back out in this type of scenario and they just block two people and it goes through the middle's hands, but like it just doesn't give them a target to swing at anymore, which is nice, which is good for them, and it's better for them to play defense. And then they also, another strength of that is also the setter can just back off and get tips, and then the defenders can just back up and play defense, you know? I don't know. I feel like more people should get used to doing that, but you have to talk through it because if you don't communicate through that, then you're gonna get a solo block and you're gonna get screwed over, you know? Decent serve. I think that's a reverse float, or at least an attempt at one, but it's not the cleanest one. Gosh, yeah, Tony Udi's got some clean hands for sure. He's just kind of smaller than a lot of other setters, you know. He's almost wow. Look at how I'm sorry. Tony Udi, if you watch this, I'm sorry that I'm kind of ripping on you right now, but wow, he can almost walk under the net without bending down. Only his shoulders are at the bottom of the tape. That is crazy. Wow. Good pass though. Again, Fornell takes care of the pass. They throw back. This is the Lucas guy, right? Yeah, Lucas. He's a big guy. I assume he's Polish. I don't know. I'm not sure. Could be wrong. But two people in the Polish league in this game with the last name Lucas, I'm going to assume that it's a Polish name. Okay. Perfect pass. Runs it over the top again and got a triple block. But I'm going to call this a broken triple block. Like, this is not a solid triple block by any means. But it was also a misconnection, so it works out. It works out for Jastrzebski in that scenario. Chaps over the top. Good take by this libero. And look at this right here, okay? This ball it dies super inside. This guy, he has to jump from here, and then the ball's far inside still. So this libero sees that, goes inside because the reason he goes inside is on this scenario when the ball dies inside like that, he can't tip it. Well, he can tip it over here. He can't hit it over here though. He can't hit it over here, so he cheats inside. Okay, so if you guys don't understand why he cheated inside a little bit there, or like you're currently just sitting here the entire time without like seeing the ball died inside, and then okay, this is it's more likely for it to go in there. You gotta start seeing those things. This right here is partially why Fornal's nice. And I just watched a Lube versus Modena game, and there were so many scenarios where someone just kind of held the ball there, dropped it right there. You know, you'll probably see a few scenarios like that here in this game as well. A really good pass. Just held the angle. Wow. Let's watch this pass one more time, everybody. All right, hits a split step, I assume. No, he doesn't. He doesn't hit a split step. He just sits, holds his angle, leans into the pass, holds his angle. Bang. I like it. Nothing too crazy there, but it's a really nice pass. And then Lukash takes care of it. Swings high, swings sharp. I just want to see this block move one more time. Hmm. Weird one. Cool with a soft touch. Run it back, keeps the play going. Don't judge me. I'm going to turn up my brightness a little bit. Ball dies a little bit low here. Guy tries to take it sharp. If the ball dies low, like if the set is low, it's kind of going to be hard to take it sharp. You have to take it from a high point if it's going to go sharp. So if the ball dies low, you got to kind of figure other options out. It would have to be a really good scenario for it to, you'd still like for you to still have to be able to take it sharp. If it dies low, it's just, yeah. Like I would say you can assume that if the ball is low, you can assume that you no longer can go extremely sharp cross. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's the safest option. So if the ball dies low, you can just tip it. You can go up and off the hands, but like that sharp cross, you're gonna go into that like that guy did on that play previously. Good pass. Fornell's passing really well right now. Just looks like they're kind of it's a messy game right now, but hey, what a dig by Lukash. Ball's gone. Okay, let's see. Reverse float to this number 9 here. Takes care of it. It's a decent pass. Little pop route. I like that a lot. This is why I like how these guys are running this route because off of this approach, he could go forward or he could go backward. Like he could pop either way. And that guy thought he was going to pop the other way. So when he popped to the left from our perspective and the blocker popped right from our perspective, then yeah, it gave him a huge window to score in. I like this guy just shifting over this middle, shifting over, getting right in front of that middle. Not a terrible block move. Just didn't work out. Out of bounds. For now, let's see what he does here. Jeez, yeah. If the ball's, he didn't toss this forward enough. He's jumping from way too far back right now. And then he just still tries to rip it low. You gotta just keep it in. Gotta keep it alive somehow. Yeah, and Fornal's passing really well right now, though. And that's super important because you still have three really good options, and those blockers, they have a lot of stress on them, and they put up a trashy block like that. But I mean, like Lukash could swing everywhere else right there, honestly. Seems like it, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, ball dies low. This is another thing you can do. Ball's low. He can't get this at his peak. Throws it there. Because a lot of the time in today's game, if you like throw your hand here or get your hands on it like that, people are going to pull their hands, and you can abuse that as well by tipping hard into those places. Like if you know a team is going to like a blocker, more specifically, if you know a guy is going to pull their hands, when you tip, you can show it, and then once they pull their hands, throw it really hard down and stuff. Yeah, and Belchatow wins this game. I really am surprised by that because Jastrzebski is nice, and I don't recognize any of the middles or sorry, any of the players on Belchatow. It's a big guy right there though. So look at how tall he is. Holy crap. Okay, we got a spinner from Lukash. I would like to watch some Berlin recycling volleys this year because I think they have what's his face? The American right side, the big guy. Yeah, let's go middle. Let's go middle all day. Wow. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, smart play by this guy because he knows his middle's on the ground. He knows he's got to go to the middle. Tony Udy isn't really much help there. Fornal just gets a weird touch. This is why on defense it's important just to try to touch the ball a little bit. That's a really weird defensive move. But hey, the play keeps going, and now they get a swing. Now they get a swing opportunity because the ball just stayed alive. There's so many scenarios where it's just about keeping the ball alive, even if it's not, even if you can't find a swing or anything. It's just like, okay, we don't have many other options. Just keep the play alive. That's for some way, just in some way. Even if you're putting over free ball, just keep the ball alive at some point. But obviously, if you can find a way to take a swing, definitely do that. But like, there's definitely going to be scenarios that you get yourself into where you can't take a swing. Oh, hey, it's a good block. It just covers it up completely. Boom, takes care of it. I think they went double sub here, I assume. Yeah, Tony Udy went front row, and they did double sub late game. Not a bad idea. It's a really nice swing, though. It barely sneaks by that blocker there, but that's why it's good to go for it. Chops it short in the middle, goes on the, oh, okay. Good cover by this guy, and this is something I need to work on is as the off blocker being able to like be active and take care of this because these guys off a double block, they're going to need to sit in and play defense. It's really important for that off blocker to be the one that's covering tips. Everybody should cover some tips, but that off blocker needs to be extremely active. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Reverse float. Decent pass. Go to the right side. Fornal takes care of it, gets it off there. Triple block. Triple block, did they get it? I do not know. Lukash off of him. Yeah, 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 he got him. Really nice. I like this block move by him. Just completely sealing the line. And like I think it's always extremely important to seal the line on a triple block. Yep, yep, yep. Bang. Yeah, it's a really nice swing. Yeah, and like as this back row right side, that line is it's gonna be open, man. It's just be honest, it's gonna be open constantly. Yeah, it's really hard to seal that line completely. I'm not even gonna lie. Because if you seal that line with a back row attacker, that back row attacker now has so much cross available. And I mean, personally, also, it's just easier to swing line, in my opinion, when you're back row like that. I don't know. That could just be me though. Somebody hitting that. Yeah, I don't even know. Perfect pass though. Runs the middle. Weird connection. Again though, right here. Again, this line is open again. As a lefty, I don't know how it feels to hit that. I would have to think about how it would feel to hit that back row from the five, but and I think this is another reason why it's important to have spacing on this like over the top route because then if this guy runs a push or something like that, he's still not jumping right on top of him. He still has a little bit of space to jump into it. And like then you can run that combo of the push and the over the top 40, whatever you call it. So I think spacing with that is actually super important. Really good dig. Let's see it. Stays deep. Just has to pop it up straight up. And takes it cross. Really nice. Really nice. And it's yeah, in this scenario, this is his best option. If he wants to swing hard, he has to chop it, or he has to swing really hard cross. Because if he swings really hard line there, he's probably getting blocked or it's going out of bounds. He just doesn't have enough room. Yeah, he just has so much room cross. Like if you think geometrically, that deep corner when you're hitting from the outside, that deep corner is way further than this line is. This is the hypotenuse, so to speak. So yeah, I do math. I know geometry. You guys know what it is. Hypotenuse. It's a really nice spin there. Wow. That's a tough fit. This guy is so lanky too. Look at this guy. Look at him. It's a decent arm swing for a middle too. It's like a decent arm swing for a serve is what I mean though. It's like, I don't know. Who cares? Who cares what I think? Let's see. This is a different transition than I would usually recommend, but he's just so fast. Because okay, so what they did was this guy, I think he's the setter, and then this is the outside. He wanted to block here, he wanted to block here, whatever. And this guy is forced to approach from over here. He sprints over there, and he actually gets himself all the way out. But what I would have recommended is to stop himself right here and then approach from there. But hey, he gets the kill. I mean, if you're fast enough and you can do it, why not? It's just easier to go from there, from where I was talking about, is what I'm saying. This guy's going off right now, this middle. I don't know who he is. Let's see who he is. Bartolomei. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to keep trying to pronounce his name. Forget that. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. Whew. I like that read by him. When that middle is running a three, a gap, or whatever. I think it's very good to sit into that spot right there that six spot is, because that is like the most common swing from this spot right here. So just sit in there. Obviously, it doesn't always work out. It's not always going to work out, but I think that's the best swing that you can, or I think that's the best spot that you can sit if that's where the middle's running. Again, like right here. Again, this middle is running right here, so this guy goes in here because this swing to this deep corner is much less common than the swing to this spot right here. So six spot, even in the six spot, even if you're not blocking at that time, I think it's still important to read where the blocker or read where the middle is running, read where that guy is running his route, because that will tell you at least a little bit of information about where that guy's going to be running or where that guy will be swinging, where that ball is going to go. Just gives you a little bit of information. And it's never like a sure thing. It's never like, oh, 100% of the time this goes here. Yeah, sometimes it's not going to work out, but you're playing percentages. You got to play the percentages in volleyball. Fornal's ripping some serves now. Out of bounds, off the hands. Let's see. It was off the hands. Really nice swing. Yeah, these guys really, I mean, with a bomb of a serve like that, you have to just put it high. Look how high that goes. Wow. I don't know as a setter, is it hard to run your offense when that ball's that high? I really don't know. But again, right here, again, this six spot defender, he sees the middle's getting set. He cheats over the line a little bit. Out of bounds, inbounds, out of bounds. That guy was going for it. He tossed it really far forward, really goes for it, barely misses the serve. It just goes right in the tape right there. I know some coaches who really, really hate it when people miss their serve in the net though. Because I mean, yeah, it's definitely smarter to hit out of bounds than in the net. Because then if you're hitting out of bounds, then at least there's a chance. Like, at least there's a chance of them playing it. Bartolomei, Bartolomei. I don't know how to say his name, man. Bartolomei. Really nice swing cross here. Wow. Has a crazy route. Lots of momentum going. Bang. Shot cross. Shot cross is one of my favorite swings in the game. And I think it's one of the best swings in the game. I will say, I will say, when it's like a perfect pass situation, and why is he running it here though? That's weird. That's some weird spacing. I don't know what that route is supposed to be, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Over the top. Again, spacing because then it makes it harder for this middle to cover both of these options if these two are farther away from each other. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think spacing is actually something that needs to be explored more in the men's game. I mean, probably the women's game as well, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, you think about basketball, you think about soccer, you think about every sport, spacing is talked about constantly as one of the most important things. But in volleyball, nobody talks about the spacing of routes. Nobody really does. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not listening to the right people, but I don't know. I don't know. Nobody really talks about it. I mean, the only people, wow, the only people that are really going to be abusing that spacing and like playing off that spacing are the setters and like using that, but it affects everybody. Spacing of routes affects blockers, it affects the defenders on if they, because if there's going to be a solo block, no block, or two blockers, whatever, the attackers, because then they're going to see how many blockers are up with them. But like setters are the ones who are going to have to be thinking about that. And yeah, it has to become an automatic process though. Like on the next perfect pass, I'll pause it on contact to see where everybody's spacing is. Yeah, I'm not going to count that because they only have three routes. Yeah, okay, we can check this out. But yeah, right here. Obviously, these two are far from each other. So like setting these two, whatever. These two are very close to each other. So you got two options straight in the middle. So that's a lot of pressure on this guy right here. And then he goes there, and this guy makes an okay move, almost gets tooled by it. Let's see again. Just want to show you. So two blockers, or sorry, two hitters right in the middle here. Lots of pressure condensed into it. If you think of like a sheet, if you put two balls right in the middle, the sheet's gonna dip down. Like the gravity example, if you've taken any physics classes. Like, yeah, that that's something you gotta think about as a setter, so you can play off of that. Like if you have two options right on top of each other, like really close to each other, right in the middle, you should probably go to the pins because that blocker is probably going to sit in and try and cover those two options. You can think of it as a percentage type of thing. You can think of it as a gravity type thing. Yeah, and now it's perfectly flat because this guy is no longer an option. So yeah, y'all get me. I think y'all get me. Gosh, I really get it in my head though. I'm really getting that image of that physics example. Yeah, this guy's serve, man. This is such a whippy arm swing for a middle. And I just want to show you guys this too. It's not muscle that's getting him to be hitting it this hard because like it looks so simple, but he just no. Yeah, like it's just like high elbow, gets over top of the ball, wraps around it, really good contact. It's going inbounds every time. Dude's super consistent server. Bartolomei, you got a nice serve, brother. Again, same thing. And now this middle just guesses and boom. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And like that's the problem is if he does guess and he does like think, oh, he's just gonna go out here, he guesses, bang. Bang, bang, bang. It's a bounce. It's bounce city if that happens. Bounce o'clock, some might say. Whoa, that libero is running all over the place, almost tripping. Tries to save it, doesn't work out. Wow. That's for the third set. Or that's to go into the third set, sorry. And now where the pass is, the all the pressure is right where this stuff is right here. Okay. Okay. You see what I'm talking about? All the pressure is right over here. If you split this in half, there's no pressure over here. So he's gonna get a solo block. This middle guessed and committed on the middle, but also bang, running right up the middle. That's where it is. Because again, the pressure is mostly from these two guys. There's less pressure from the pipe, so to speak, but lots of pressure here. So both of these guys commit. Both of these guys commit on the middle. Boom. And that's an acer. Ace by Belchatow. Where is Belchatow? Anybody know? Jastrzebski. Jastrzebski. I don't know how to say it. I'm not even. Why was I saying it Russianish? Polish? What does Polish sound like? I've only heard it a few times. Tough overpass. Yeah, and Tony Unu's not going to be able to go get that. Like that's the problem with the small setter right here is a lot of other setters could probably go up and grab that and like still set it, but he just can't. He can't. He's too small. Tony Unu's too small and cute and petite, you know. Dude's good though. Dude's got skill for days, that's for sure. He's like let's see if I can think of an NBA example. He's like Allen Iverson, bro. Or John Morant. No, John Morant jumps too high. He's like Trey Young. Yeah, that's yeah, Tony Udy's Trey Young. If you go NBA example. Tony Udy's like Trey Young. Really, really good. Super skilled. Not like the GOAT or anything, but yeah, he's nice like that. And then DeCheco's like Steph Curry or something. Because he's like one of the GOATs. Oh no, Bruno. Probably Bruno's like Steph Curry. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to compare basketball and volleyball. They're very different sports. I miss basketball so much though. It's good run. Ooh, bang, out of bounds, most likely. Ooh, was it over the top of the pin? No, I don't think so. I guess not. They're playing it out. They got a few options here. Hmm. So really nice swing. I mean, just chops it line. And that's if you're playing against a team that drops their setter, so then it's just a double block, you kind of have to risk it and go to the line as much as you can when the situation calls, obviously. Like if you can't force it, but like if you can try for it, that will be good for you. Yeah, and where the ball is too also affects the pressure of everything because the ball is coming from here, so that's where the flow is going. That's where my eyes are going almost. Not almost, definitely. So yeah. I mean that middle is just trying to wait and then he's late, which is fair. Like I would say he should wait, but then he should be quick enough to still be on time. The inbounds, out of bounds, that was inbounds, or it hit him, something like that. Probably it hit him. Yeah, and obviously, like on non-perfect passes, oh gosh, I'm best like out of system situations and stuff. You know where it's going. If you're gonna have to put up a triple block, you already know where it's going. Does this score right here? Oh my goodness. Is that out of bounds? Okay, I thought that scored. Wow. Chops it short. Really nice chop by him. Just kind of slows his arm swing down a bit. Roll shots it short. Don't mind that. And you got to practice that too. Tony Udy, reverse floats. He gets really good contact on it. Lots of spin on the toss and then just see how he contacts it. Boom. Gets underneath the ball, stops the spin, pops it. Ooh, look at that swing, man. I like how he turns his body here too. Look how he turns his body and then finishes straight and then swing straight. I really like that. I like that a lot. Kind of leans into it and then swings straight. If you guys see what I'm saying here. I don't know if you guys don't understand. I don't. Good serve. Decent serve. Not going to be mad at it. It's a good serve. And ball's inside a little bit, maybe. Yeah. And he drifts too far to try and go there. That's the only problem with trying to like set it or like put it right next to the block on a tip is if they read it, it's really easy to cover it and it's kind of hard for you to press. So it has to be a quick scenario. You can't do it slow. And like you have to really show it late. You can't show that early. You can show the press early because like there's not really a defense to it. It's kind of like saying like, hey, let's get into it. Like Charles Oliver, I think it was Charles Oliver, like pointing to the ground and be like, hey, let's do this. Let's fight right now. Let's mess each other up right now. Whoa. Ho, 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 ho. Wowza. Wow. Yeah, that was a bomb. That was a bomb straight down. That dude's an athlete. Good hands. Gotta have strong fingers on that one. Hi there. What's in the middle? Yeah, gotta go out of system. Goes to the back row player instead of the outside, which I'm a little bit baffled by. And yeah, you're gonna get hooded there. You have to take it way sharper there. Way sharper or way higher. But that's just straight into the middle of the block there. Yeah, sharper or higher or both. Yeah, both work. Save. He throws to the outside there. Wow. And this middle's cheating completely. And then it goes to Tony Udy. He kind of forces it to go in front of Tony Udy. That's smart. I don't mind that at all, actually. Really forcing it to go in front of Tony Udy when they're out of system. And just kind of abusing Tony Udy's size and his lack of presence in blocking, I guess you could say. Reverse. Oof, okay. I talked about a little bit of this um like purposely drifting as a blocker, but if he pressed straight forward Fornal here, if he pressed straight forward, he would have gotten this block probably. Yeah, it's tough. And like he saw something, he went for it. I don't know. I'm still not sure how I feel about it because yes, if you see something, you should go for it and put your hands there. But then he might be just doing that too much and just releasing from the stable block too often. Like that right there was a better touch than the last one. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he should just stay simple on his blockings more often. Yeah, because there's definitely situations where he should reach outside of his body and do that, but I think he might have opened up early on this one a little bit. Yeah, just sneaks it in between the blockers there. I wouldn't say that's a skillful swing there. It just happens. Chops it short for now. Looks too cool. Bang. And again, I've said this before, but he leans forward. He gets under the ball a little bit more so that their routes are overlapping a little bit more. So it looks like this set to the outside looks like it would be to the middle. So then both these guys bite on it. Love it. And then it's just a bounce town. It's just bounce city, bounce town, bounce mania right off the bat there. Off the chip block, off the left hand there. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And again, same thing. Like he kind of plays with it there too. He lets it get a little bit low, like he's gonna set the middle. He lets it drop a little bit, so he's like it looks like he's gonna set the middle and get right under that middle, and the middle bites on it. Bang, single block. Body language, man. Body language can be so huge, but you just can't do too much to where it stops you from hitting somebody's window. So like first of all, you have to practice messing with your body language um so that you can get used to doing things and still hitting windows. But like in game, you shouldn't be trying something new with it. Yeah, there's no point in trying something new in that. And this also is nice too because while this guy's moving, that applies a different type of pressure because this guy has to get further in front of him. So like if this middle was to block this middle, he would have to dive in front of this guy because look where he is right now. Look where that ball would be. Ball would be like right here, and he would be hitting towards here. So like the angle that the guy's taking this route also plays a factor in where the pressure is and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to really like break that down sometime. like map it out completely. But and yeah, this one, these blockers get all messed up and get all fruity there, but hey, stuff happens. I like this scenario where even though it's a weird angle for this outside to hit from, I still think as this libero I would have set here because I know that Tony Udi's front row, and then like you're putting in a roll shot anyways, you might as well put it up there and see if Tony Udi can handle himself as a blocker, you know? Yeah, and see they're completely targeting him. Like they know that he switched, so they're going there, trying to go after Tony Udi. Yeah, I would love to if I was playing in a scenario like that, I would love to just call mouse in the house, mismatch. And so then my hitter knows, okay, this is probably the guy that you'll be able to attack and stuff. And so like, okay, yeah, that guy's super small right there. Go line because he's small. Easy one. Okay, we got Belchatow, Jastrzebski, 24-24. And the side out, let's see. They do side out. Wow. This one might go a little bit high. This one might be a high score set right here. And they run the stuff where the outside passes from the middle, the front row outside passes from the middle. Give it to him. Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful swing. Beautiful arm swing. Just gets right behind the ball with his hand, just pops it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, really good turn of the body there. And he does it quick too. Again, like body language. Like it's easier for him to set this middle when he's facing him, but that when he decides to face him is late so that the middles can't read off of that. Because if he's just sitting there facing the middle, it's like, okay, it's probably going in the middle. But then he shows it late, makes it easier for him to hit the window. That was a really good move by Tony Udy there. I really like that. Deceptive and practical. A great combo. Okay, we got Belchatow up 27-26. Let's see if they finish it here. For now, did he go under? I don't know. Ball goes a little bit low here. I think Tony Udy tried to act like he was going to set this middle here and then just kind of slightly missed the window for Fornal, which stinks, it stinks. What happens? I think he went under there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the balance of like trying to mess with your body language, but making sure that you hit the windows too. Because, yeah, it gave him almost an open net. But if he's swinging like this, like his arms here, even with an open net, he's not going to be his most powerful, so to speak. Not the best choice there. Ooh, I saw something earlier actually where you really have to wait if you're trying to reuse so that the blockers are on their way down. And this guy goes really quick, and the blockers are just over top of him, angled down. And yeah, so if you're trying to reuse, be patient, wait on it so that the blockers are on their way down, so they can't like press it down and their angle of their block is downward, not downward, sorry. And it's like more straight up because they have to pull so they don't hit the net. Ooh, good route, good run, good swing, high swing. I mean, those that middle's hands were up there, but he still bombs it. It's a really nice lefty serve right there. And that's a good take by the libero. It's a really good pass. Like it's not his seam, and he still makes a really beautiful move into it. Really makes a good move. I wish I could see that better so I could explain some cool things with his shoulders and stuff like that. But that was a lovely move by that libero there. Absolutely dimed it. Ooh, bounce this one. Yeah, and again, so this guy's momentum's going here. So if he truly wants to commit and make a perfect block move on this guy, he has to jump this way. But since there's some other things going on, he doesn't fully get around that ball and get in front of him. And that guy's angle, the angle that the guy wanted, like the swing that he wants is right there available to him. Ooh, everything's getting sloppy. Tony Udy goes back. reuse, reduce, reuse, recycle. Good run to the middle. Run it. Yeah, that's one of those rare swings. That's a good swing though. Yeah, and this route affects the outside too. So this route where he's running towards the setter, like he's going at an angle towards it, it affects him because he's kind of like right in the way of the bull. Like he's right in front of the bull pretty much, you know? And so it affects him. So he's not as good of an option here too. So like understanding momentum and spacing with your routes is very, very huge as a setter to make good decisions. Because like it's not as a setter, if you want to make good decisions, it's not just go random. No, 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 no. It's you have to be calculated as a setter. You have to be really mentally smart. And I think setting is by far the most mentally taxing and mentally demanding position in volleyball. I think as an outside like playing outside is probably the most ego demanding position because you have to be a part of everything and you have to be really confident. But like you don't have to have crazy, crazy volleyball IQ to be a really good outside. Well, to be like a great outside, yeah, you do. But to be a good outside, to be a good setter, you need high IQ, high volleyball IQ. But yeah, again, like the momentum's going here. This guy jumps in front of it the opposite way because he saw where the ball was. But hey, weird. That dude is huge. How tall is this guy right here? I'm gonna have to look this up. I'm actually very curious right now. That dude is massive. What's he complaining about though? What's his name? Bartolomei. Okay. Bartolomei. 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 That might be it. I don't know what Fornal's idea was there, but yikes, he got blocked. But I will say Fornal is one of my um favorite players in the world right now. And he is a great example of why I think you need a little bit of ego to play outside at a super high level. Now let's check it out. Belchatow. Miss serve. Ah, come on, which one is it? I think it's this one. I don't know. I'm gonna have to just risk it and go with that one. Sorry. Let's back this up. For now, going back to serve, chops it short. Decent pass. I don't know why this. No, that's a good read, it looked like. Good read by the middle there. I really like that. Let's see one more time. Sorry, guys. There we go. Ball's still alive. Good tip. I missed one of those on Friday. It's the tip there. It's a really nice dig by that libero, though, honestly. This libero is making some really good moves right now. Making some really good reads, putting it high, letting him run his offense. I like it. This dude's seeing the game really well. And I think liberos have to, like, if they want to truly excel, they also have to have high volleyball IQ so that they can read the game. I think every position needs high volleyball IQ if they truly want to excel. Just it's not going to hurt anybody, you know. But if you want to be good at defense, you have to see the play and see the game really well too. So Bartolomei, nope. To Lukash, maybe. I'm not gonna try and say that name. I don't know. These guys got some hard to pronounce names for me. Yeah, this guy swings really high. Look at that contact point. Bang. Yeah, nice. All right, let's see who Bartolomei is. He is Polish. I knew it. Hybrid, out of bounds. Spinner. So number 7 on Belchatow in the black here. That's the guy I'm looking up right now. It's a good block move. In the middle. Bartolomei almost gets the block move. He doesn't press well enough, though. If he presses this left hand a little bit better, it's important. when you're blocking to make sure your shoulders stay parallel to the net as often as you can, as much as you possibly can. Because right here, I think he leans towards the hitter, well, away from the hitter a little bit. Like his right arm reaches towards it and opens up this angle a little bit more. Like if I was to truly exaggerate it and just turn this way, now you see, okay, now there's angle here, So that's why it's important to stay parallel to the net. Your shoulders should be parallel to the net. So then you can press both hands really, really well. But okay. Bartholomew, number 7. Let's see how tall he is. It's a really nice cross swing right there, by the way. Let's see. 217 centimeters. Wow. That's a big dude. That's a big man right there. Holy goodness gracious. How old is he? 1996. 6 years. He's like 28 years old, something like that. Bang. Bombs at line again. I'm telling you, line is gonna be open if you're swinging from there all the time. It's hard to close that line, if I'm being honest. It really is. Yeah, I feel like when I try to close that line, I get hit in the face so often. Chop. It's a decent chop. I don't mind it. That guy's right there to cover it though. They have no setter over there, maybe? Yeah, double setter. Yeah, Belchatow's really just kind of teeing off on these serves now too. It's a really impressive pop route because he's using his momentum like to fake like he's going there, and then he pops. Or because you see Bartolomea, this middle right here, jumps this way because he sees this guy's momentum going this way, and then he pops, opens up, and love that. Love that a lot. Love it. Bartolomea with the serve. Those are really good serves, man. Like that's just it's deep, it's pretty powerful, and it's got really good contact. Look at this point. Look at his point of contact, man. He just gets it from really high. He just gets really good hand contact, like straight contact too, like not too much cut. That's finally a good block move by Fornal. Yeah, he got attitude. He might stare someone down after he does something like that. Yeah, and he just seals the net really well there. Nothing's going under him. He just grabs it. Oof. This is kind of just a tough one. Nobody's there to cover that. But that's not like if I'm that guy that just got blocked, I can't really blame anybody for not covering me there. That's just a really tough one to cover. Bang it out of bounds. Come on now. Swings really high. And this is what it takes if you want to score against a triple block. You have to swing really, really high. So extremely high. Like that's almost swinging at the top of the antenna there. Really nice tip. And this can work for a few reasons. This guy going here, expecting the deep one, and then you show the tip, and then you go deep. When you show the tip, then this libero goes forward, and then bang. Yeah, he gets beat. That's why as that 6 spot defender, you really have to be smart on when you choose to go certain ways. Oof. And that's how you finish the game. Fornal miss serve. Belch ties hype. All right. Thanks for watching.